bring this to a close now. Thanks very much for sharing your thoughts on all those themes. Has everybody filled in the little questionnaire on the democratic deficit? If you can hold on to that, and when you leave, we'll take that from you. We're now approaching the final session, which is Chris is going to chair. And you've had a lot of discussion there about what you've heard earlier, and this is the opportunity you may want to bring forward any thoughts that's emerged from your conversations about what Mike Parkinson said about the state of the region, what Ed said from the Centre of the Cities, and what Jude said. In the final session, at the end of it, we'll also do those 3 resolutions that you've also got on your, we'll come to that later. But for now, it's over to Chris, who's going to seek your views on what you've heard so far.
Okay, folks, we haven't got a lot of time, so what I'm going to do is make a note of the points that you're raising, and Mike's filming, so what we'll do is have a meeting in a couple of weeks, and we'll take your points and your arguments to the next meeting in April, the 27th of April, to the politicians. Okay, so it's in 3 sections. Your reflections on what Mike Parkinson had to say, what Ed had to say, and Judith's points as well on the democratic deficit. So anyone would like to kick off? Should we start off with points from Mike's, just to do it in some sort of order? Yeah?
Right, I'm going back to governance again, but what I think is that this is probably one of the most important jobs in the country. Right? You need someone with massive experience in business, education, a whole range of skills. And yet, how do we decide who's going to be Metro Mayor? It's the party with the biggest number of councillors, the biggest number of volunteers, who've got the most money in the bank, who can get the most leaflets out, and get to the largest number of people. And unfortunately, although I left my crystal ball at home, we all know who's going to be Metro Mayor, and that's going to be Steve Rotherham. I think it's a defunct way of choosing somebody who's going to have an influence on all our lives.
Okay.
What's the alternative?
I haven't thought that far. But there will be.
Well, they thought about the characteristics required to do the job. So why not have
highly qualified technocrats, don't you?
Well, we need something with a bit of strength and a bit of knowledge, more so.
We do need technocrats.
Sorry?
Sure, highly qualified technocrats would be top of my list.
Who would be top of the list?
Okay, well, we haven't got time really to sort of have a full debate on this at the moment, but thanks for that. It's a good point, it's well raised. And it also has implications for one of the points that Judith has made as well.
Could I just make a separate point now? I mean, I asked the question of Michael Parkinson about what was new. I didn't see anything new in the context of they were just the same old economic models that we've tried again and again. And it reminded me of the old Einstein thing, you know, the definition of math. You keep doing the same thing and you expect a different result. We need, I think, new ways of thinking about how we take the whole exercise forward. And he really surprised me when he said he didn't really believe in new ideas.
Okay. You know, of course, there's the hustings of the cathedral on the 6th of April, which hopefully everybody will go along to, because again, you know, that's an opportunity to raise these issues with the people that are going to be making these decisions.
Which cathedral and what's that?
At the Anglican, and it's from 6:30 to 8:30.
We'll send information about all this out with a note to you afterwards. We've got your notes.
Okay, sorry, another point?
I was just going to say, when all the candidates are there, I would like one question to be put to them, to ask them to explain why they think they are uniquely qualified for this job. Because they'll all remount all the other stuff they've done, but we've had very clear message about what qualities are needed for this role, and I'm just wondering if these people actually do have those qualities.
Yeah.
Yeah, but has anybody
Well, yeah,
got
but
all
I'd like
those
to-
qualities?
Well, let's
And
find out.
to me,
Let's find
struck
out.
me as one of those job descriptions that
Okay.
That's a folly to rely so much on one individual, which ties in with what Julie was saying, an actual collective.
Right, thanks for that.
You've got two hands up there, Lee.
Okay, over here.
So put them on the spot and ask for each candidate to clearly explain what their clear vision is. Short and simple.
Okay. Vision from each. Thank you. Yeah.
Transition Liverpool and Friends of the Earth have done an enormous amount of work since our October symposium, putting together a vision and people's plan for the devolved Metro Mayor. And we've had very wide consultation. We've had 270 responses recently from people. And it's a well thought out plan in a number of the categories that Mike presented and Ed. And my question really is, how can we effectively get those ideas across to the candidates? Because it has been sent and there has been no response. And I would like that really hard, genuinely democratic work that we've done, which has had an enormous amount of thought and research put into it, to be taken seriously by the candidates.
Okay. Judith, have you got access to that? Work?
I haven't seen the most recent document, but I think that's one of the whole points of what we're saying. That we want to hold the Metro Mayor accountable to us after the election. What we're doing tonight in the next programmes and next 4 items are not about until an election. It's really about what we do afterwards. And I think we will have to, we are working with you, with the Green Party process, we'll have to keep that on the table, keep bringing it back, and have them accountable towards the citizens.
But how is my question really? You know, I don't feel that I've got access to them except sending it by email.
Well, on the 27th they're going to be here, so I mean, I think we can put it to them, can't we? We can make that a...
We can send it to them and put it to the hustings have you actually read it and what to do.
Chris, you've got a hand up here for the last
Okay.
I want to ask them all, do they think it's necessary to have a Metro Mayor and then an elected Mayor, a Deputy elected Mayor, a Deputy Assistant elected Mayor, a Lord Mayor, a Deputy Lord Mayor, and then all the mayoral leads?
I'll just put a load of nerves, shall I? Okay. Can we make this the last point, because we need to move on to one or two other things before we finish. Sorry. Yeah. Two more points. 1 and 2.
If we're talking about putting the candidates on the spot, I have to say the one really novel thing I've heard this evening is the description of what's gone on in Bristol. Because without that kind of change of attitude, that change of democracy and governance, what we're going to get is just the same old politics in a different form. So if there's to be a meeting in which that guy appears here and the candidates are here as well, we can put it to the candidates just straight, and particularly to Steve Rothery, since he's going to be the Metro Mayor. Are you going to do anything like that or something like it? I'd just like to see their answer.
If you could blow this up and stick it on the wall on the stage, would be wonderful.
Okay. Right, great. And the final question.
I don't know exactly what the citizens' participatory budget is, but I can imagine what it should be. Because the women I work with women who suffer domestic abuse, most of them single parents living on really little amount of money, getting no money from their partners. They don't give a toss about any of this. They've never voted, they never will, they're not interested. I've tried to get them interested. They hardly ever come into town because they can't afford it. So how are we going to engage with people like that?
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Chris, can I just come on that? On this form, on this questionnaire you filled in, it talks on D about empowering the citizens, particularly at grassroots. That's the spot where we try to say the people who wouldn't be here tonight or wouldn't vote or whatever sometimes because they've given up on it, are empowered through going out to them, you know? And that is what D is about on that list. And if you think that's vital, that's a 5. Or if you don't, it's a 0. But that's the point of that one.
Okay, can I just call your attention to another piece of paper on your chairs, which has resolutions on the top in red. Have you all got one of those? Have you all got sight of that? Okay, essentially then, there are 3 resolutions on this about devolution,